I mean, there's a couple. I mean, you can see a couple people sitting on the side of the ship with pipes hanging over. You can see a couple drinking, and there's there's multiple ropes. So there's pretty much a rope hanging onto the dock on each section of the ship: the back of the ship, the front of the ship, the middle, and also in between. So it just depends on where you want to go. I mean, the captain's quarters obviously in the back of the ship on the poop deck. So, well, under the, I would imagine it's under the poop deck. So
Back of the ship.
Yeah.
Far back as I can get.
All right. So you're just kind of. So are you swimming into the water? Are you walking on the dock? Are you? Because I'm trying to imagine this instead of just saying, all right, I'm just going to sneak up the background. I want to know the approach too. You know what I mean? Because the approach is important too.
Yeah, you're making it seem harder than where I go. So I'm trying not to back out because this is my thing to do. But
well, because I mean, you want to go onto a ship that, the captain says he has all these pieces of 8. You don't think that they would
they're
be
gonna be
watching that?
well guarded.
Yeah, of course. And it's not like it's a piece of shit vessel either. I mean, this is probably one of the nicer ships in Burgundy Bay. So it's not like you're trying to sneak on some Chinese junk that, and there are a couple of Chinese junks in Burgundy Bay, by the way, because there is New Peking on the island up above, to the northwest of Burgundy Bay. So yeah, it's not like you're trying to climb up a Chinese junk that nobody gives a shit about. I mean, this is a nice ship.
And maybe the best way to get on board is to pick up something to cover my face before all this, and just change my glamour studded leather to look just like the rest of them, and casually try to walk aboard without being noticed. Like, more blending into a crowd than, since you're saying there's so many people, I should be able to blend into a crowd of looking just like them.
Like I was saying, there's probably at least a couple hundred people on this ship. I mean, you got to have all those gunners and,
way easier to blend in with them and hide in plain sight than it is to try to be all sneaky and obvious trying to sneak around.
Yeah, so do you have a disguise kit or anything like that? Or are you...
I just have armor that I can make look like whatever I want to make it look like, so I can just say my armor looks just like what I see the rest of the crew wearing.
Sure. Pernicious Pilfer says you should just grab a crate and slide the crate along and just hide under the crate. like in Bugs
like Metal
Bunny
Gear Solid?
Or
no, that's from Metal Gear Solid.
I have no clue. I've never heard of that game. So.
He gets under a box and just walks. That's how he hides. It's so stupid.
Well, I remember, I remember seeing that in a bunch of old cartoons too. So, but I get what you're saying though. Yeah.
But that might be my best bet. I mean, you gave me glamour studded leather armor, and I try to get the best use out of it as I can, and it seems like a good one.
Yeah, no, you're right. So you're just basically just going to walk on and start working on the ship or doing whatever? I mean...
Until I see an and yeah, I'm going to try to keep an eye out for an opportunity to sneak into the captain's quarters, but to get on the ship initially, yeah, I'm just going to try to hide in plain sight, blend in with the crowd.
Sure. So with your role, you're able to... Nobody notices you. Nobody notices anything different about you. So, you're just getting on, you grab a bucket, and you just start sloshing and start squabbing the deck and do that for a couple of minutes, and then you tend over to, act like you're like maybe stitching up a ripped part of the sail or something. So you're blending in, and you're kind of working your way towards, the poop deck. And then, of course, on the poop deck, there's a couple of people on watch, etc. too, so...
But can I notice anything that's obviously captain's quarters, or notice any like chests that look like they would maintain a lot of?
Not while you're out on the deck.
Yeah.
You got to get into the captain's quarters first. And is the captain going to be in there?
I was worried about that. Yeah, but I got to just try to talk my way through it.
Yeah. So yeah, give me another stealth check, and I'll do another notice roll as well.
Oh no.
So yeah, a couple of guys as you're working your way back, and there, of course there's a door that's on the on the back of the ship, and then the poop deck is above the door. You know what I mean? And then it goes to the very rear of the ship. So yeah, as you're kind of working your way back there, and you break out a handkerchief and you start washing off a couple of the portholes that are back at the poop deck where the captain's quarters would be and stuff. A couple of guys say, "You missed a spot over there on the squab on the deck. You may want to hit that again." And they start chuckling. But then you can see that they've got a couple of mugs, and they've got like a bottle of brandy or something like that, and they're drinking that. So they're a little intoxicated. But you're able to, they leave you alone. So you're back by the poop deck now.
I'm just gradually working my way towards the captain's quarters or anything that looks like it to me.
You're right there. You were wiping one of the porthole windows to the captain's quarters.
Well, what do I notice through the window then?
So you look into the window, and you can see, it's lit by candlelight or by lanterns. And you can see inside of the captain's quarters there's like a bunk that's hanging down with somebody in it sleeping, probably the captain. And it's probably about, I would say, probably about close to midnight by this point. And there's a couple of large desks inside of the captain's quarters with big maps that are kind of spread out with weights on them to keep them from rolling back up. And you can see there's a couple of bookshelves with a bunch of books on the shelves. But that's pretty much what you can see where you're looking into the porthole.
I don't see anything like that looks like it would hold a buttload of treasure though.
You don't see any chests, but I mean you can see a couple more doors inside. I mean, they may go to other places of the ship, maybe a stairwell going down. You don't know, but there's a couple more doors as you're looking in. You can see. And of course, as you're kind of looking in, you're like wiping the window too. So it's not like obvious. You know what I mean, Darganoth? That you're just
that's how I figured I'd do it. That's why
where's
I'm
the loot? Yeah, and a couple of other crewmates, the sailors on the crew, they walk by you also. They don't bother you. And
I'm
plus,
gonna look for.
There's other people working. There's people that are, they're loading supplies onto the ship. Down into the cargo hold down below, there's like a giant hole in the middle of the ship where they lower stuff down with the winches and pulleys and stuff. And looks like they're like loading up to go back out to sea possibly. When? You don't know.
I'm gonna look for the opportunity where it seems like the least amount of people are near me and try to.
Maybe.
Well, I guess I'd have to check to make sure
the
the door is locked.
Yeah, you kind of, as you kind of inconspicuously kind of reach over towards the lock and kind of jostle it really softly. Yeah, it's definitely locked, that's for sure.
Oh, how do I get away with trying to pick a lock in front of everybody?
Just tell them you're Darganoth from IT.
Yeah,
it would be a -2. The roll would be -2. So
I gotta try to pick this lock. Get in here. You said -2?
Yeah, it'll be -2.
I am putting -2 in, but mind you, I also get a +2, so it kind of cancels out.
That's okay. You are totally lucky. So it's a pretty complex lock, Darganoth, and there, as you're unlocking it, in fact, I should have told you this before. There's 2 keyholes. So the first lock you get unlocked. You can feel all of the tumblers and stuff kind of sliding out of the way, and you take a big breath and a sigh of relief that you got the first lock unlocked. And there's still one more, and then
I gotta do this again.
Like you gotta, of course. I mean, you're going for a lot of cash, and
yeah,
and you kind of go back, you work your way back over towards the, you're kind of leaning up against the door and just looking casual and got your legs crossed and just kind of whistling, and you work your way back over to the other porthole on the other side of the door, and you're kind of wiping it clean now, you still see someone sleeping in the bunk. So, but yeah, there's still one more lock to. The old double keyhole.
Gotta keep going. Pray for the best on this, guys. Oh no. Oh no.
You got a Benny. Remember, you got a Benny given to you.
Is this the one that was given? This is the one I had before. Did somebody give me another one?
I gave you one before you left. Before you left for luck. I should.
Try to do this again. I don't.
You should have another too then.
Yeah,
He's
there.
got
It's
one
in there
more.
now.
Yeah.
Here we go again. There we go.
Your trait roll was a natural 1, but your wild die saved your ass on that.
Yeah, it did.
You're lucky it
Love that
wasn't.
wild die.
You're lucky it wasn't like casting magic. So you're totally lucky on that. So you get both locks. You hear the second one kind of make a clicking sound, click, and you're like, and by this point, Darganoff, sweat is just like dropping off of your forehead because you're just.
That's funny because I'm almost at that
sweating
point
bullets.
IRL right now.
you're sweating bullets.
Planned out
Yeah.
the new character yet.
Yeah.
So what do you think?
I'm gonna try to quietly get
Twy?
in there. Yeah.
All
I'm not kidding. I'm actually pretty nervous IRL too. Voice is shaking. It's gonna crack soon.
Yeah, let me let's get another sheet out for the captain. Let's see let's see what his skills look like. All right.
He's sleeping. Hopefully,
Yeah,
I hope I'm right about this.
He looks like someone's sleeping in there. So I'm gonna go and you're gonna open up the door, right?
Yes.
Okay. You get the door open, and as you're, putting it open, you're like, you start to hear like a squeak, and then you're like, oh, and then you stop, you look around, and then with your thieves kit, you take your little canister of oil, and you spray on the hinges, just so it doesn't squeak, and then you get the door open the rest of the way, and then you close it behind you as you're in the captain's quarters. And he's got, as you go into the captain's quarters, he's got incense burning on one side, so it smells pretty good in here. And like I said, there's 2 other doors. There's all kinds of like navigational types of maps and tools and compasses that are on the large table. He's got he's got like a vest hanging up that has like 8 pistols in the vest. So there's like 4 pistols on one side of the vest, 4 pistols on the other side of the vest. And he's got like a rapier. He's got there's all kinds of like a weapon rack that has like a rapier and a scimitar and a couple of daggers, and his boots have daggers attached to them. Yeah, he's definitely a pirate. So I mean, you can just either a pirate or a privateer, one of the two. Thank you for the host. I appreciate it.
I mean,
But he's only half a dude. He's got a hook, a peg, and a patch.
Yeah, he does. He's got, you can see his hook. He's got like this little, like a little table that's right to the side of his bunk that's hanging up there, and he's got his peg leg on there. He's got his hook and stuff. So yeah, and his eye patch. So yeah, he's seen some fights.
I would like to try my best to. Do I see windows? I always want to make sure there's some kind of out.
There's the 2 portholes that are by the door, one on each side of the door, and then there's a couple of other portholes that are on the side, but in the back where he's at, there's this beautiful, like, massive just glass window, and it's probably got about 20 different panes. So there's like 10 rows of 2. So there's like 10 panes and then 10 panes under it. So you know what I mean? It's like a very long, wide. It basically goes the entire ass end of the ship.
but I would like to try to
And then you
pocket.
can also see that there's been a couple of pieces of glass that have been kind of repaired, where probably cannonballs or musket balls have come through the glass at one point. So I'm sorry to interrupt you.
I want to try. First thing I want to try to grab is his peg leg and hook. It's a little hard to chase me if he doesn't have those.
Excellent. I was just going to say. I was thinking, take his leg, take his leg, take his leg.
Give yourself a goddamn. Give yourself a Benny for that. So that is pretty awesome. I'm gonna give you a Benny for that. That was pretty good. So yeah, now that you're in the door, you know you need to keep making stealth checks now. So
Yeah.
yeah, but then again, you know the captain may or may not have some type of modifier going on. And thanks, guys, for staying over, because I wanted to get this
Oh no, I'm getting like super those trait rolls, man.
So you're able to sneak your way over, and as you're sneaking your way over, the scabbard for one of your weapons kind of rubs the end of the table and kind of shifts the map a little bit, makes a little bit of noise, and whoever is in that bunk kind of jostles the bunk a little bit and goes, right there, baby, that's good, and you know, it's like he's dreaming or something like that. but you're able to make your way over to that little nightstand, and you're able to take the peg leg off, and you're able to take the hook off too, the metal hook. Oh baby, that's it right there. Scratch my back a little bit lower, he says, and of course, you know, he's talking in his sleep, and then he kind of jostles in the net that he's sleeping in. So,
and then
starts snoring a little bit.
Because of the level of nervous I am and my main goal, I don't want to make too much of this, but in this order, I want to grab as much as I can, and I'll say 1, maybe 2 rounds, depending. Rapier.
So he's got his belt, like his belt and his vest that's hanging up on a hook beside one of the doors, basically. And then by the other door, so we'll say, all right, the 2 doors are on. One door is actually, both doors are where basically on the left side, on the right side. So on the right side, as you're looking in, the captain's straight head hanging in his sleeping net. And right under the net was where you took the hook and the peg leg. Now, behind him on the left is, we'll say that the weapon rack is behind him on the left, and then there's a door on the left as well. And then on the right is where he's got a couple of pegs coming out, you know, and that's where his belt with his rapiers hanging, and his vest that has like 8 of these hand pistols, these revolvers.
Okay, then the first thing I'm gonna do, actually, because since it's like this,
And
I
there's
am
a
going.
door on the right too. Sorry about that.
I'm gonna go try to just put his vest on, because I could use these guns to beat feet if I need to, and it's easier to just put a vest on than it is to try to grab all the guns individually.
Well, that's what a lot of the pirates back in, you know, the 17th and 18th century. That's what they did. They would have a vest, you know, and Blackbeard was known for that, to have like 12 pistols on his vest, and because, you know, you can only fire it once, and then you had to spend 30 seconds reloading the damn thing. So they would just pull one out and bam, fire it, pull another one out and bam, and fire it. That's why they would have them all on there. So
it's rapier and daggers on one side on a belt, and then all the guns on a vest on the other.
The all his stuff that he probably wears, like his belt, and also on that belt there's also a key ring too, and it has like a key ring with a couple of keys hanging off of it. And then that's on the right hand side. There's a door on the right hand side, and then the 2 pegs that are holding his vest and his belt. And then on the left is the weapon rack that has other weapons like daggers and shit and scimitars and stuff like that.
Oh, then I want to go for the keys, the belt,
You're
and the
on
vest.
the right hand side then. Okay. So this will be the next round. So you're going to have to do another stealth check because you said you wanted to take the vest off of the hook and also the rapier and the belt, right? And you wanted to put that stuff on.
The rapier and the belt, I'm gonna try to stuff in this bag that my friend just gave me to stuff things in.
Okay. Oh, okay. So you want to put it inside of the bag of holding, and the bag of holding, that mouth opens up to what, like a foot or 2 feet or something like that. So, yeah, that stuff will fit in there pretty easily.
But I definitely want to keep the keys and the vest on me.
Okay. So why don't you go ahead as you work your way over to the right side of the captain's quarters? Why don't you give me another stealth check?
Oh, they're getting so nerve-wracking. They're like going down one at a time this game right now.
Yeah, you're lucky that he's snoring. I mean, and I'm not fudging rolls. So you're successful with your next round. You're able to you take the keys very quietly. You hold them in your hand, and you get that in the bag. You get the belt with the rapier, and you get the vest in there. So those are in your possession. They're in the bag of holding.
Well, I wanted to wear the vest.
Oh,
I wanted to wear the vest.
Okay, so you get the vest on. That's fine.
And now I want to try to open that door.
So you jostle the handle on the door on the right, and it is locked.
Is it easier to try to pick it? I'm gonna just try to pick it while I'm sitting right next to this dude. I could probably find the key, but I'm gonna try to pick it.
All right. So you don't want to try to use the key or anything like that?
I feel like it would take more rounds to find the right key, making all this noise while I'm jingling them, than it would be to just pick it.
Okay. So yeah, it's definitely locked, and there's only one lock on there. And wow, that was a race. So yeah, you successfully. I mean, you nail that lock. I mean, you not even a mouse could have heard that, and you get the door open. Yeah.
What do I see in here?
There is a closet that has 3 chests in it, and there's a chest on the floor, there's a chest on the shelf, and then there's a shelf up above. So it's like 3 chests on the wall. Well, the first chest is on the floor, and then there's 2 shelves on the wall, and it's just a narrow. It's there's nothing else. It's just this little narrow closet that has 3 chests, 1 on the floor, and then 2 more on shelves above the other one on the floor. And all 3 of them, all 3 chests are probably about, I'd say, 4 to 5 feet wide. Basically the width of the small little closet area that you just found.
Okay, I gotta see what
And
I have in my inventory.
there's 3 chests, and all of them looks like they all have locks and stuff on them. Well,
What's the best way to do this? Oh, I forgot I had the boots and cloak of elven kind too. That should have helped, but we haven't talked about. We do have to talk about swashbuckler stuff and my elven kind stuff.
You know where I'm at.
Yeah, just got. But I would like to, and I know this is gonna make me. I'd like to quietly close the door behind me.
Sure. I'll say that's part of your stealth roll.
And then I'd like to start trying the keys on the chest on the floor as quietly as possible.
Oh, so you want to go inside of the closet?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. There's going to be barely any room in there. How big are you? How
I'm human, so
like what's your
I always make
weight and stuff? Like super skinny?
5'10", like
Ricky
just
Martin?
bulky. Yeah.
Basically Ricky Martin, you know, or just
he looks like me, if you know what I look like. So like athletic 5'10".
Well, I look like Arnold Schwarzenegger too. So my body type is Arnold Schwarzenegger. So if you've ever seen me before, so just kidding.
I can see it.
Whoa, are you lurking, Faye? Are you outside my window? You better not be.
I'm watching your webcam.
I know. All right.
So I'm not going to be able to fit in the closet with it then.
Well,
that's what it's coming to.
The chest is 5 foot wide, probably I'd say about 3 feet. It'll be a tight fit. So, but I'll say that you can get the door. It's a very comfy fit with you and those chests in there.
I'm gonna try to start like figuring which key works the chest and the floor.
All right. one of the keys. It'll fit inside of the chest.
And how can I maneuver myself so I can actually look in this chest? I'm gonna try my best, whatever I need to do. Crap, this tight closet.
Saying that you're in the closet, he's sleeping. I'm not going to give you any negatives. I'm going to give him a negative for sleeping and stuff like that, a negative modifier. So why don't you can pop the lock of the chest with the key and see what's inside if you want.
Yeah, that's what I want to do.
All right. So you use the key, you pop it open, and inside of the chest, wow, there's there's a lot of pieces of 8. There's probably, this chest is probably 3/4 of the way full. So there's probably I'd say about 1,500 pieces of 8 in here.
I'm gonna just start loading them into this bag.
All right. It's all about the rolls, Dark. I mean, as long as you keep making rolls, you're gonna be in okay shape. And I don't fudge rolls, so I mean, you've done good so far. And you can tell there's 2 dice going into the chat every time I do a roll because he's a wild card. But there's been no aces so far, so that's been good for you. All right, so let's see. You've got the first chest open. We'll say you take about, to get that much coin out, that's going to take a good while. I would say that would probably take, close to about an hour or so. I mean, wouldn't you think, to get all that coin out I'd say probably at least an hour, and an hour is being generous. If you're taking a couple coins at a time and putting into this bag, I would say it would take at least an hour, probably hour and a half.
If you're trying to be quiet about it, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's not like you're just, tipping the chest over and just pouring it into the bag,
Yeah, definitely not.
So I would say by this time, it's probably going on about 2 o'clock in the morning. And days start on a ship pretty early. So you're thinking you could, if there's anything else in any of these chests, you might be able to clean one more out, guaranteed, if there's anything in it. But trying to get all 3 at this time, that would be hard. That would be pressing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we'll say that about an hour and a half, 2 hours go by. You get that chest. It's probably about 2 in the morning by this point. But
so
nothing. You don't hear any noise outside. You put your ear up to the door to see if there's anything going on outside. But now you can still hear them snoring.
Now I want to just open up the other 2 chests so I can see what's in both of them, because I'm realizing I'm getting pressed for time and I need to make decisions.
Okay, that's actually a good idea. So let's you open up the middle chest. So why don't you go ahead and give me a stealth check.
God, I'm getting nervous enough I can't even find the roll I've been doing over and over again for the past forever.
Oh yeah. Is that your other roll? All right. Let's do this notice check. Let's see if anything happens.
Oh no.
You're so goddamn lucky, man. No, you pop open the middle chest and you put your ear back up to the door. You felt the shelf move a little bit because this chest is pretty heavy. But you're able to open it up. God damn, you were so goddamn lucky. No, you're not. Oh yeah, you are lucky. Oh my gosh. So you open up this chest and it is just full of jewels. I mean, to the hilt. You imagine that there is thousands of pieces of 8 worth of jewels in this chest.
Jewels are much easier to throw into a bag.
The way I did it was 1 to 50 was going to be gold, 51
When I
to
noticed
100
Narganes
was going to
isn't back
be
in 2 hours, I
gems.
still maintain
And I rolled an
concentration
81,
on
so
my
it's
water
gems.
breathing spell.
This is the bulk of the value right here. Yeah, you're thinking, wow, this is going to be. There's probably at least 5,000 pieces of 8 in here worth of gems and jewels.
I still got to check the last one because I got to weigh because I know I don't have a lot of time. I'll try to open that last one.
Okay, so why don't you go ahead and give me one more check?
God, don't let this be the failed one. I've already got my hand over the Benny.
Do you? Well, I'm not going to tell you the result. I'm going to ask you if you want to re-roll it or if you don't want to re-roll it. So that's what I want to do. So let's see.
Crap. I feel like it.
What, did you roll a 5?
Yeah.
You want to re-roll it or not? Well, we'll just say
it's
that
like that average roll.
You pop it open, and inside of this is more gold. Probably maybe a couple thousand gold. So it's like it's by this point it's probably, I'd say, 2:15, 2:30 in the morning. You can take probably one more chest successfully, guaranteed, but you'd be racing the clock on the other one, and time would be against you. So on the middle shelf, there's probably about 5,000 gold worth of gems. And
yeah, I'm gonna start throwing them gems in.
All right, so that'll take you a couple of hours. So now we're to the point to where it's about 4:30. On a ship's day, Shen, I would say it's probably starts at about 5 o'clock in the morning, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, first wake ups is going on at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, 4 to 5 o'clock. So yeah.
Well, it's not only that. I'm worried about the sun starting to come up too. So.
Yeah, pretty soon.
So, yeah, I popped out your chat. I was laughing because he said cooks await, and I was like, yeah, they get up at like 4 in the morning.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I worked the galley on a ship.
So, yeah, but
I had to work galley on ship
below.
for 2 months.
Did you? Ugh.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
Yeah, it was
mind doing
miserable.
that. That would be. I would like that job. That would be cool.
Cranking sucks ass.
It was miserable. It was like 4 a.m. to like 10:30, 11 p.m. every day of the week, Monday through Sunday.
Yes, it blows.
It's the worst time of my life. At this point, yeah, I'm gonna like slowly leave this closet and start working my way out of here. I mean, I'll close I'll close and relock the chest behind me.
Okay. All right.
Since I have these keys now, let's lock him out of his own stuff. Maybe he'll think he forgot.
Sure. Maybe he'll think he got drunk or some shit like that and
Locked his keys in the chest.
All right. So you're going to need to make probably 2 or 3 more successful checks, and you're going to have to be you're going to be on point because so anyways, as you're opening up the door again, as the captain is still snoring, and you've got 5,000 gold worth of gems, and you've got what, another 2,000? I said 2,000 pieces of 8.
Okay.
So you guys got a lot of cash right now.
Oh my goodness.
Wow. So that's a pretty crazy roll right there. You got some aces there. So yeah, you easily get the chest locked back up. You get outside. The captain's still snoring, although he has turned over and now he's facing you. But he's still snoring away, and his mouth is wide open. You could take one of those. You could take a little Irish pendant and like kind of goof with him a little bit. But I don't know if you'd want to take that chance. But
No, I'm done with my chances.
me and my brother, when we were kids, we used to do that to my mom or dad if they were sleeping on the couch. We would always take we'd go get like a little piece of thread or something and mess with them. Oh, it was so fun, man. So funny to do. And we'd always wake him up. We'd be chuckling and giggling like a couple of little giddy kids. But yeah.
So because I always play smarter, not harder, before I leave the captain's quarters, though, even if it takes another roll, I'm taking the vest off and putting it in the bag. I'm not walking out with the captain's vest on deck.
You could. You're so lucky you did that because they were going to notice that. I mean, come on. I mean, that would have been a gimme.
I'm not wearing anything out that I didn't go in wearing.
So yeah, with that roll, you can get the bag put into the bag of holding. Yeah, you are so lucky, Darg. Yeah, this is
Or
I figured-
smart.
We're saying lucky. It's all about dice rolls, and Lady Luck has been on your side so far. So, but yeah, you got man, you've walked away with like 7,000 pieces of 8. That's just crazy. Well, 5,000 in gems and a couple thousand. But anyways. Now you're back to the door. You get over to the door, and let's see this last door, and then you got to sneak off the ship. So you got 2 more rolls. So let's do one more notice check, as it's past 4:30, and you could start to probably you're going to see more people on the ship now. You want to re-roll or no?
I'm keeping it.
All right. So as you open up the door, the oil wore off and it creaks, and the captain, he hears that. Well, because he hears the jostling of the lock and the door opening up, and he goes, "What?" And then
First wake up.
he sees you going out of the. He sees someone, a silhouette, and
As fast as I can, if I notice he sees me, I'm gonna spin
yeah.
around as fast as I can and be like, "Sir, you left your door unlocked. I just came to wake you up and make sure you're okay."
roll a persuasion check.
Oh my god, I'll re-roll that.
He says, who? He says, oh, he goes, oh, the goddamn whiskey from last night. This is, carry on, sailor. Thanks for looking out for me. And he rolls back over. You lucky son of a bitch. You rolled a 5. I rolled a 3. I rolled a 3 because I gave him -2 because he was probably groggy. So I gave him -2 to be realistic. You lucky SOB, man. So he says, all right, sailor, lock the door behind you. He says, the damn whiskey from last night. Forgot to lock me door. So you shut the door behind you.
And now I'm going to go back to just acting like I'm part of the crew.
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
I'm not quite ready to leave yet, because now that I'm outside here and I'm not in an area that I'm super conspicuous and I can blend in, I want to try to make my way around to try to see where they store any gunpowder.
Well, you've seen them stowing barrels of
Buy so much
gunpowder.
gunpowder.
Well, I think I know what he's going to do. I think he's going to go, I think he's going to do the Maine that blew up in the bay in Cuba. I think
I just want to make sure that this is no longer the best ship in the harbor.
Honestly, if I was you, I got 6,000 pieces, 7,000. I would get the fuck off that ship and not take any more fucking chances. That would be me, but I'm not playing Dargonoth. So, but yeah, you remember them as they were, as you were squabbing the deck and kind of working your way around. Yeah, you seen them take some barrels of gunpowder and put them down into the cargo hold. You seen them lowering down with the pulleys and the cranes and stuff. Yeah, there's gunpowder down there. There's none up on the deck of the ship. It's all down in the cargo hold.
Yeah, I'll leave taking out the ship for another night. And I will casually walk off the ship.
Yeah,
All right.
the magazine's like in the very lowest part of the ship below the waterline.
You are so lucky, dude. You only had to use 1 Benny. You still had 1 Benny left, too. So you get off of the ship, and you kind of work your way around. You change your disguise, and you get back to the Spoon Slayer. And you are just all grin. And, and as you get back onto the ship, you can see everybody kind of, Captain Shen and everybody. I don't know if you guys are sleeping, if you're up, or what.
I was up waiting on.
Yeah,
They probably stayed up all night. Like, where the hell is he? What's taking him so?
Yeah. Whoever was
my
still
crew
up,
was not on board. I was
Yeah.
I was waiting.
Yeah, so you know that you were starting to get pretty worried there, Shen, because it's rise and shine time, and Darganoth is just coming back, and he's got this shit-eating grin on his face. By the way,
And I'll just be like, "Sir, you got a pretty decent sized chest, because I got some pretty decent sized loot for us."
so I'm going to take that.
Excellent.
Seeing that I gave
Well
you that
played.
advance on everything, I'm going to take that advance back. No, I'm just being serious. I'm going to take
Yeah,
the
it
advance
makes
back.
sense.
Yeah, it makes
We
sense.
still have to earn it.
Yeah, but you have,
So-
and you've been having that stuff loaded all night, by the way, Shen. So, and Aquias, he's been making sure everything's checked in and logged, and he's gonna play super, although he's gonna be an illegal super. But of course, he's got all the tools and shit like that he's gonna make fake documents and fake seal, and plus, the harbor master. He's got fake seals and stuff too. So between him and Aquias, you'll have, between him and Grambus, by the way, Aquias and Grambus, you'll be able to have some pretty good looking documents in case you're visited by any privateers or anything like that.
Excellent.
So yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that 6,000 back because you guys didn't have anything, and so yeah, you would have a couple of chests, Captain Shen, in there. I mean, there's chests on every ship, so.
And I will just start pouring out all this treasure into the chest. With
So
like
this-
the most triumphant look ever.
So this might be a good time to cast off and get out of here.
So, I'm going to ask the crew, so do we want to play with Captain Half John? Or apparently now Captain Stumpy John?
Yeah, you got his peg leg and shit too, man. You got his peg leg and his hook in the
We got
in
all
the
his
bag of
keys.
holding.
We got all his keys.
Oh my gosh.
I would like to holler for one of the dock boys, one of the little dock urchins that run around, to go and fetch Captain John that I'm interested in a counter offer for my sale, and then leave the hook and the peg leg at the end of the brow and get underway.
Oh God, I love it, Captain Shed. Oh, so you're gonna leave a counter? What is the counter offer gonna say? And plus you're leaving the hook and the peg leg with the counter offer note too, right?
Yeah. It's it's going to be holding the counter offer note on the deck. Just
Oh my
send
gosh.
send a sea urchin or a dock urchin over to him and say, hey, the Spoon Slayer captain has a counter offer for your offer to purchase a sail. Tell him that he's willing to part with it for 7,500 pieces of bait, and just write that on a piece of paper. Hook the Captain Stumpy's hook through it and stick it to the deck with the peg leg right beside it.
So I'm not even gonna make it stealth. I'm not even gonna make Darganoth do a stealth check because that's just beautiful. I like that. So Darganoth, you get that back over there. You put your disguise back on. You kind of stick the peg and attach the hook to like a board at the end of the dock with the note. Oh, beautiful! I love it. And did you guys? Well, I guess you guys wouldn't have. Yeah. So you guys get underway. All of your ship is going to be a little bit. Your ship is at its capacity now. I mean, it's just full, Captain Shen. You've got all this lumber. You've got all these iron bars. You've got this crate of exotic food that you need to get. You need to get that fruit to her first because it's fruit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I think we're going to get underway and head due south.
that's awesome. So we'll go ahead and we'll do. You guys get out of the port. That's beautiful. You get, but leaving that goddamn peg leg and that hook with the note with the counter offer. I love it. So that's good. So you guys get out of Burgundy Bay, You definitely have made your mark, Captain Shen. You could just imagine what's going to go on. So let's get you. You just want to go due south, right?
Yep, due south, and then we'll head east back along the southern shore of Torcat.
Okay, so give me your boating roll as the ship, just as the sun is coming up over the horizon. The Spoon Slayer sets sail. But there is a no. That's successful. So you're able to get 8 clicks away, and it's the end of the day. So you guys, let's take 19 days of provision off. So I guess you would want to do what, like half and half, like half meat, half fruit, or something like that, and just kind of rotate it between the crew.
Yeah, I would say so.
So we'll say you got 43 days of fruit left, and you have 55 days of meat. So same rinse and repeat. Omi and Darganoth, you guys make the water for the day. You still only got 48 days of water. You got 99 days of food left. So food will be pretty... I think the food will be... You'll be cutting it pretty close. But then again... Torrent Call, lots of yellowbacks. Maybe you could go hunting to get more food. I don't know. So, but we'll go ahead and we'll end it here. And great job. Lily, can you give me an encounter roll really quick for this day of travel?
Of course you pick her to do it. It went so well last time.
That's why I want to do it. That's why I'm asking her.
What, D20?
Last
Yeah,
time she
D20.
rolled
Yep.
up 13 shots.
God.
Shark.
And we've got an encounter to start next session. So, Yorosh, thanks for the host, buddy. You are welcome. Yeah, anything 18, 19, 20. That's
Well
an
done,
encounter.
Lily.
So, we'll have an
How
encounter.
much X?
You guys get a great night tonight. Sorry to keep you guys over. You guys get 3 experience tonight.
That should be in
Nice.
advance, right?
Yeah,
Yep.
because we had 3 last night. Or last time.
Yeah, so you guys will be at 46 experience now. Nice job. Usually you get like 3 too, but I'm like, hey, I believe tonight deserves an extra point. Darganoth being the star of the night, man.
Well done, Darganoth.
Yeah, and you guys got, and we'll say that it's a new month as well. So do you want to pay your crew right now? And then we'll worry about paying the crew
Yes.
next month. Okay, so you got 13 crew members. That's 650, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it'll be 650. So we'll take that out of the ship funds, or do you want to take it out of gems? It's up to you.
Whatever's easiest.
You got 5,000 in gems and 2,000 pieces of 8.
Gems.
All right.
We're gonna have to find some really sneaky way to
Pirates.
take out that ship because it's like twice the size. It's way bigger than ours. That's kind of why I wanted to take it out, because I knew you were gonna start a fight. I'm like, they can't have the ship against our ship.
Sometimes
Maybe
you
it's-
better start getting some ship powers.
Yeah, right.
Lily has mend. She can mend the ship.
It's no fun if ain't nobody chasing us.
That's true.
And-
you're...
and-
Go ahead.
Next time, can I ask you about if this nice rapier I pocketed was a really nice captain's one, or if it's just a plain one?
It's just a plain one. You have 8 days. Well, you have a full day to try to ascertain if it's magical, and it's not. It's just a fine steel rapier. It's high quality. It's probably worth like double a regular rapier just because of the quality of it. No extra bonuses or anything like that. And then you've got that vest has got 8 pistols on it too, which
I figured I'd give that to.
Nafre is eyeing that
yeah.
goddamn thing.
Yeah, I'd give it to him. I might keep
Oh.
2 pistols for myself, but I'd give him the rest.
Nice.
Thank you.
Nafre. Hey, at least you can shoot 6 guns. You can shoot a pistols 6 times before you got to reload them all after combat. So
How many daggers was that? Because I collect them things too.
there were 2 daggers on his boots. They were the same quality.
8 daggers total, and 2 pistols.
Nice
Just
job,
like a
everybody.
flintlock pistol.
Yep,
Black
that's pretty.
powder.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. I'll tell you exactly what they are. I'm looking them up right now. So, black powder weapons. They
2d6
are,
plus 1, 5, 10, 20.
They are flintlock pistols. So yeah, they are. Yeah. And
2 actions to reload. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes a
God.
lot. Yeah. So like I said, there's 6 of them. There's a total of 8 of them, and there's also more musket balls and like a little container of powder. So there's probably enough to. I'd say there's probably enough to do 20 more. You could load 20 more pistols, pretty much. So there you go, everybody. Great game tonight. Thanks everybody for staying over. It was nice to play extra.
Yeah, great game, Dave.
That was excellent.
Nice house cleaning there in Burgundy Bay. That's good. So I mean, they know who did it now, obviously. So are you going to be safe to go back into Burgundy Bay? We'll see.
That ship is so much bigger than ours.
If you, and there were a couple other bigger ships in there too. So, and you never found out who was allied with one another, or or who the makeshift harbor master was, in cahoots with. So, but you guys made out with like,
Pissed all over the place.
what's that?
So we just walked in and they're pissed all over the place.
And left. That's pretty much it. Yeah.
And we left a note that said it was us.
You went in broke and you came out rich. So I mean, hell. Yeah. So good job. So I'll see you guys next Friday. Game was super fun tonight. So we'll be playing next Friday on the 24th. And that will be a couple of days before I head on my not vacation, my trip, I'll call it. So yeah, thanks everybody for staying extra, and great haul tonight. Damn good haul.
Thank you.
And you made some friends and you made some enemies tonight. I mean,
Mostly enemies.
That's that's part of a pirate game. I love
made a
it. So
friend?
yeah, yeah, Captain Jack and the Snow Cone Shack. Yeah, you made a friend there.
You'll be a good ally.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Free snow cones for life.
Fight violently for us.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Easy for me to say.
Yeah. You just starting to. You having some Maker's Mark tonight there, Lily?
Oh, I wish.
All right, everybody. I'll see you guys next Friday. Thanks for playing. Thanks for playing
Thank you.
extra too. So, yep. Have a good night, everybody. I'll see you later.
See you later, Dave.
See you.